anything's going to beat it. I think Turbo Fog might have the advantage here. And we're going to have 2 Temple Gardens for each player, and I believe a Pilgrim. Oh. Okay.
All right. Sorry, guys, I'm back. So we see Mike play out his mulch here before he plays his land. Uses the Arbor Elf to get the 2nd mana. I'm excited for some Turbo Fog. I don't know about you, Viz.
I've wanted to see this match play out for quite some time, actually.
I've been playing Turbo Fog at FNM for 2 weeks now, and I had a Reanimator opponent on turn 5. He was playing the human Reanimator version. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, not the Undercity Informer version. Just the infinite life, infinite guy is usually good enough, and it happened on turn 5. I fogged 11 turns in a row and jaced him out. It was glorious.
So we see 2
in that list.
Relevant lands. We got the Kessig Wolfrun and a Farseek to get the red mana.
Yep. So Matt playing with a little bit of a different win condition than myself. I'm not sure. We have 1 Memory Adept, and the mill is kind of his backup plan. Like that's really his only mill card. He won't be splashing black. As you said, he splashes the red for the Wolfrun finish.
Backup is the Kessig Wolfrun.
Yep. Extra super backup.
I like that he has alternate win conditions rather than just strictly the mill. Like he can go aggressive, it looks like.
Yeah. There's the other way, like the Travis Wu way is he plays Door to Nothingness. So he tries to win that way, and he uses the Lantern, Chromatic Lantern, I think it's called, to fix all his mana, give him all 5 colors to win with Door.
We got a Lingering Souls here.
Yeah.
And an attack, it looks like.
Mike's got his Reanimator deck on the old aggro plan, and not where it wants to be against the old Turbo Fog deck.
I believe Matt should be at 18 here.
Yep, Matt is down to 18 life. Oh. No, it should just be 19, right?
I think he poked before.
No, he mulched with it on that turn. So Matt is at 19, I believe. So we'll get that adjusted for you. He used the Arbor Elf to untap so he could play mulch before he played his land.
Yeah.
But did we see what the
fog?
The Augur revealed fog?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see a Sphinx Revelation and a Supreme Verdict in Matt's hand as well. So he appears to be in a very strong position. Once he can start amassing fogs, that's really what he wants to do. He's just going to play. He's got Garruk Primal Hunter in here, so this is a considerably different version than mine. But just another Planeswalker that draws cards. Wolfrun it. Well, yeah, Wolfrun -3, draw 9 cards.
I don't mind that card in here though, because I mean he can start pumping out some kind of damage. I love the Garruk too.
I see that. I cannot get right now in my head. I just can't get myself there. I don't know.
The Garruk's also a draw card though, isn't it?
It -3 is the draw card, but for the greatest power among creatures you control. So until he Kessig Wolf runs, that's never more than 2.
But when he
3 when he gets his own guy.
Yeah, he can make a 3/3 and then draw 3 cards and still have it on the board.
Yeah, I think Tameo, which he's about to play, is just the better one to -2 to draw some cards with. But let's see. I believe Mike attacks for 2 with his Lingering Souls tokens here, so we'll have to take Matt Timko down to 17 life here. I'm not very familiar with Mike, but Matt I know is a local Erie player. I'm not sure if we've caught him on camera or not before, but really made a good deck choice, I think, today. It's a very strong deck in the meta game. We've seen some Esper control here on camera. It's not a very heavily played deck, and Turbo Fog isn't really a bad, they both have so many dead cards that it's a very winnable matchup. But really, that's the only matchup where I think Matt is really in a disadvantage.
Lingering Souls swung in to take out the Tameo. They've got to draw 2 cards for him.
Yep. at that point probably plussed it, tried to keep it alive a little bit longer, waited until I had a fog to make it vulnerable.
And he does have a fog. He could have waited a turn on that, I think,
Or-
if that was his play.
Or even paid 2 life
Yeah.
on a breeding pool there. So, but Matt plays more Tamios than I do. With, it's only 2. He also plays 2
It
Jace
seems like
Architect
he's
of
just waiting
Thought.
for him to overextend so he can use the Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, he's just encouraging him to attack and create a board presence. He really looks like he's taking a lot of damage. I'm sorry, got a little sidetracked there. As we look and see, yeah, he's just trying to like represent somebody that's digging for answers instead of somebody that has
I
one.
see another Garruk and a Restoration Angel in Mike C's hand. It looks like he's shuffling it in such a fast speed over here. It's hard to get a good look.
Is this the same quality you guys had as far as visually? Or is it blurrier?
And we look and see what.
Is the video blurrier than it was before though?
Not for us. It looks way better on this computer than it does on this.
Yeah, it's pretty washed out.
This TV's just bad to watch on.
Trying to even see here. It looks like, okay, I was trying to even determine whose turn it was at the moment. But Mike is in the tank here thinking about what he's going to do with his Garruk. He decides to sack off a spirit token to tutor up one of the creatures out of his deck. He wants an acidic slime. I think he hasn't seen a fog yet
I
from
think
Matt.
he's just going to go for the Keswick Wolf Run here, right? Like, if you're going to pick one land of
Yeah,
anything,
that's.
it's got to be the Wolf Run.
Or you take out, like, does he even have the red source out yet, though?
Yeah, he Farseeked for it on.
But I'm looking like, which one is it there? I think that's a breeding pool, my friend.
Oh, I thought that was a stomping ground.
I think it's like from top to bottom. I'm pretty sure it's Temple Garden, Sun Petal Grove, breeding pool, and then 2 blue-white lands and a Keswick. So
I don't know. He played the Keswick and then he played the ramp spell. I don't know why you wouldn't get the red there.
well, you don't because you literally just stabilize until you're just fogging every turn, drawing cards every turn, and like. But we are going to see it because I think what we're actually seeing here is that Mike believes he's playing against Bant Control with Wolf Run.
And he did get rid of the Wolf Run,
Yep, and Matt is going to Sphinx for 3 here.
so he should be up 3.
Yep, so he'll go up to 20 life. Matt goes up to 20 life.
And it looks like he just he played
Grizzly Salvage
A
or
mulch.
Mulch, okay.
and gets 3 lands off of it.
So double Unburial Rights in his hand.
Basically a
and-
mini Sphinx Revelation for Mike C. For 2 mana, get the same advantage that Timko did for 6.
Yep. I'm trying to see, though. Nothing worth reanimating in Mike's graveyard.
Not yet,
So
but
really-
he's got that acidic slime, and if he can start sacking it off with the
Garruk there for
Garruk,
Matt.
he
so-
can start looping something nasty.
Well, Garruk's gone. Because Matt just drew his Garruk.
He has another Garruk in his hand.
Oh, okay. Is it a Relentless?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Well, that'll mean he'll have to fight off another one of his creatures here, though. So I'm really curious, whether or not Timko's just going to be playing. Oh, and we try to focus the camera here, but I don't think we should do that again. We'll give it a white balance in between rounds, so you guys might have to check that out. That might increase the quality a little bit.
Can you go
But-
Can you take your car and go somewhere?
All right. And we're back to it here as Timko appears to be in the tank about what to do with his discard step. And we'll see if Mike just goes for his second Garruk. Planeswalker advantage is pretty strong here, but odds are he's not going to be eager to fight one of his own creatures. We'll have to see exactly what he decides to do. He gets to sit back on a Restoration Angel with his acidic slime if he wants. He's got a lot of options here, and I don't actually expect him to just windmill slam a Planeswalker. I think he's got stronger plays. He spends 5 mana to just, cast another Acidic Slime out of his hand. Takes down a Sun Petal Grove. Matt represents Fog mana and casts it. As we see, both players clearly are doing doing a good job of drawing cards here. They both have really full hands considering how late in the game it is, and while that's typical of the Turbo Fog deck, the Reanimator deck really has to work hard at it in order to kind of match the ability of a deck with Sphinx Revelation to draw cards. But we see Lingering Souls get flashed back, and pretty much all but guarantees we're going to have a Supreme Verdict here from Matt, which will be big because he cannot afford to have one of those Acidic Slimes get Restoration Angeled. He has to keep building up mana and making his Sphinx Revelations better. But just going to take a look at the graveyard of the Reanimator opponent. Do I see a Thragtusk in there? Is there anything? There's nothing better than a Thragtusk that he might want to reanimate, but we'll have to see. Cannot quite identify. There's a Snapcaster Mage, that might have been it. But I think there's another blue card I can't quite place that's in Matt's deck. Could be a potential Augur of Bolas, but I think we would have seen... oh no, did he pass over back to the Reanimator deck? It sure looks like it. Exposed himself to the Restoration Angel there, which I think is going to prove pretty unfortunate. But he'll get to kill the Restoration Angel in the Supreme Verdict, so it's certainly a reasonable line of play. As the Clinging Mist fogs combat here again for Matt, who I do believe is still at 20. So we apparently have some betting going on over the winner of this match in the chat. I'm on board with the Fog deck here. I don't know about this game. Obviously, the Acidic Slimes are doing quite a bit of work here for Mike, but he's really taken a lot of time to really kind of land the finisher. As we see the Restoration Angel get played. And a Hallowed Fountain down for Matt. The Fog deck is an incredibly frustrating deck to play against. As we see Matt just continue to send the turn back, knowing that he's just going to fog all the combat damage. I think he should be a little more protective of, like, once he saw Restoration Angel, I think he should be kind of afraid of another one. There are 3 of them here in Mike's deck. And another Clinging Mist for Matt. As you guys are watching round 3, these are two 2-0 players at the GameCore Season 3 Championship Series event. This is the Open. This event, actually, the winner will be receiving $1,000 in store credit, and I do believe also they will be receiving a buy in the GameCore Championship event, and a round 1 buy. They can accumulate multiple buys throughout the event, so if they've already accumulated one, they can have 2 buys in that event as well. And there will be plenty of prizes for you guys as well. In the top 8, we will be asking you guys some trivia questions about the action that you've seen on today's stream so far. The people that have been with us will be able to submit their answers to our Facebook page as we see another Restoration Angel take out another land here. But you submit your answers to those trivia questions on our Facebook page, and the winner will be receiving a store credit to the GameCore Online website, which will be launching, as I understand, by we believe Wednesday. You know, ideally, barring any hiccups with the company that's going to be hosting it for us, it should be up within around Tuesday or Wednesday. We were hoping to get it up Friday, just was not quite able to do it, as we finally see Matt pull the trigger on his Supreme Verdict. Clears the board since it's about time, because he's run out of fogs. He does have a Snapcaster Mage, but really Mike's just eaten into his land so much that it's going to be, I think, difficult for Matt here. It was very, very smart to be patient with the Supreme Verdict right after the first Acidic Slime got played. However, as we see more Acidic Slimes as they get reanimated here from Mike, he really left himself open to Restoration Angels. But I guess his figuring here is that it's just more likely he's going to have to fight against an Unburial Rights, which obviously he is, and he's down to 3 lands now. With a Garruk in play as well, Mike really is pushing this matchup way in his advantage now. Even Matt's Jace won't be that effective. I do believe our 20 to 20 life total is still accurate, though. The Wonder of Fog, card that's been around since Alpha, and it's very, very rarely actually played. This is an archetype that's been around for a while. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it since you're spending your Saturday afternoons watching a stream. I actually don't have an answer to what the Cavern's on at the moment. Matt hasn't even had a counterspell this game, to my knowledge, so. And really, he doesn't, I'm looking, I don't think he runs any counterspells. Yep, there's 2 Dissipate in his deck, but I don't believe he's drawn one yet. And I'm a little short-handed here. I would send somebody to check on what the Cavern is and get one more life total check, but I don't think it's going to be relevant too long here. As Matt continues to run out of lands, and since Mike uses his graveyard to his advantage like he does, he is not running out of... as we see another Clinging Mist here from Matt. Mike's not really running out of resources as fast. He's out of cards in hand, but maybe he's out now, but Matt's down to 1 land, and Matt's just going to scoop him up here. So Mike takes the 1-0 lead as Acidic Slime. It was really kind of the card that I didn't like very much as it got added to Reanimator. It really does a lot of work there. He actually mains 3 Acidic Slimes. The list here for the Unburial Rights deck is obviously 4 Rights, 3 Lingering Souls, 3 Mulch, 4 Grizzly Salvage, 3 Restoration Angel, 3 Thragtusk, 3 Acidic Slime, 3 Angel of Serenity, 4 Pilgrim, 4 Arbor Elf, and 3 Garruk Relentless. As far as lands, he plays 1 Gavany, 1 Vault. And the Turbo Fog deck, I have not seen one play Garruk before, and I've got to say, all it did for him was kill the other Garruk, and the Reanimator decks and the decks that play Garruks just outnumber him so much. I have a hard time seeing the value there. It's nice to be able to Wolf Run it, Wolf Run and then minus Garruk, but it doesn't come up very often. So you can jump in. And as we continue to watch these players sideboard, we're joined by Andy Martin in the booth, who you guys will remember from previous events. You can go ahead and remind us here what you've done recently at some of these GameCore events.
Well, I just top 8'd my first PTQ I've ever played in my first modern event ever. So, I mean that took third place at the Game Core Championship Series 2. That's really like the basics. That's really all I've done.
All right. Well, we're watching Turbo Fog versus Reanimator here.
Oh God, Turbo Fog.
Well, it had no lands on like turn 9 because Mike just kept acidic sliming, restoration angeling, and everything.
That's okay. You
everything
only need
away.
one land to play Fog, right?
Yep, pretty much. But so you said you're 2-1 in this event today?
Yeah.
What are you playing?
It's like a Naya mid-range, more aggressive, with Warlocks and Smiters, Four-Clan Rampagers, Hell Riders, Smiter, I already said Smiter, Pilgrim, and Flint of Boars. Basic package. I just played against Greg Dugan. He was playing Junk Rights, and it was quite miserable, and I just squeaked that one out. So that was fun.
Yeah, the Unburial Rights deck is clearly the king of the format right now.
Yeah, I hate playing against that deck. It's so dreadful every time. I mean, Rest in Peace only does so much when they have Abrupt Decays and all that.
Yeah, and they boarded Array of Revelations.
Yep.
Was there anything in particular you did to your Naya deck to kind of give you an edge in that matchup?
I added 2 main board Selesnya Charms and took out a Rancor and a Searing Spear. It's just the fact that I play a package with Gore Clan and Boros Charm, and Selesnya Charm is also a very versatile tool in the deck where you can either make a dude or you can exile a creature with 5 or higher, which is usually Angel Serenity, or give your creature trample and +2/+2. It's just so versatile, and I love that card so much.
Yeah. What have you seen of these Dragon's Maze spoilers so far that's caught your eye? You're always playing those aggro decks, so
the new Boros enchantment, definitely. I just looked at that and I about cried. When they go to do their wrath, I just sit there and I'm going to be smiling and jumping and dancing when I have that thing sitting there turn 2.
Well, there's been some brand new spoilers as of today. How current are you? And
I haven't really been checking the past couple days.
oh, we got this Pontiff of Blight for 6 mana, basically Grave Titan mana. He's a 2/7 with Extort, and other creatures you control have Extort. So now
That
every
card seems so good and limited.
right?
I don't even what is that? That's just insane.
I don't know. 2/7, is that enough for 6 mana in constructed though?
I mean, it's a blocker that is very hard to get through, and with giving all your other creatures Extort, it seems pretty good, especially in a limited format.
Well, we're back to action here. Yep, and Mike drops to 18 for his Shockland to get an Avacyn's Pilgrim in play.
What do we got going on here? Oh, Elixir of Immortality. Of course. My favorite card, and I say that with the utmost. What's the word? I can't
Contempt.
even think.
But we see Matt drop to 19 after an attack from the Avacyn's Pilgrim. And Matt is going to continue to do nothing here. Hope to avoid acidic slimes again, I think, as even the Turbo Fog player gets to be a little frustrated when he gets LD'd out in a game. Although maybe not, because he's playing Turbo Fog.
You should play more Deadeye Navigators with those acidic slimes.
Oh, no, and Matt misses a land drop here.
Oh, that's really not good.
Yep, there is an acidic slime in Mike's hand, and here it is.
And
So
ouch.
Matt's in a bad way here immediately out
That's
of the
gonna
gates. Almost.
I'm
like,
surprised he didn't dissipate that, actually.
Wow,
just to save his
he had
mana.
it, and he missed a land drop. So
That's really weird.
all right. Well, oh no, Cavern. Cavern's
Oh,
got to just be on
He
ooze.
must-
Yeah.
That's. I'm gonna name Ooze on my Cavern. That's
No,
that's juicy.
Now I'm going to take you off double blue, and I have a Restoration Angel in my hand.
Yeah, that's not good if you're Turbo Fog.
See if he main phases it. Sure looks like it. Oh, it's just a Garuk, though. Maybe, oh, I think it's an Angel of Serenity in Mike's hand, not a Restoration Angel. So a little bit of a breather for Matt, but
And this is not going to be good news if you're Matt.
no,
Flip
as
Garrick is always just...
Garuk eats up Avacyn's Pilgrim, so that next turn it's going to go ahead and just tutor up a Restoration Angel and continue this.
Snapcaster Mage, huh?
See, why didn't Snapcaster...
Oh,
okay. I was going to
Makes
say,
a
why
little
didn't it
bit
just
more
block the
sense.
acidic slime, right? But yeah, okay. Matt, Matt's got his head in the game a little bit here. We got our head in the clouds. We're looking at a TV screen.
Well,
He's
when
got...
you play against Reanimator, you get that way sometimes.
Yeah. It's such a punishing deck, and it doesn't... It's so hard to disrupt. That's why me and Tundo actually really liked Turbo Fog in this matchup. Because, wow, how many angels is that?
Oh my gosh! It looks like he's holding another 2 back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they're
that's-
both
that's
Serenities,
really not
though.
good.
And with
There
Matt
goes your
struggling,
blue,
all the
and-
blue, yep.
What are you gonna do? Selesnya Charm? That
Yep.
Oh, and that's the
And that's just going to end it here. So